first of all, the doctors were just extremely gracious to invest their time in us, because the knowledge that they gave us is priceless.
What I think makes us unique also is that we just love Supreme. For us, we breathe Supreme. Everything is Supreme. So
end up with a good, beautiful smile.
Well, you know the product because you have the product.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't know, maybe like for an hour, she was talking about some oils. She was so passionate about it.
Like which oils?
Yes.
Essential oils? Was it essential oils?
Essential oils.
Essential oils. So
I appreciate it, you guys, for sure. It's been a blessing all around. Numerous ways, numerous things. Starting from my smile. I mean, it's been life-changing.
Welcome back to Supreme Dental Podcast Studio. You can be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My wife and I are the owners of Supreme Dental Clinic. Remember, this podcast was meant for you, our patients. You can now hear us and you can listen to us also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And today, for the first time, we have two first times here. For the first time, we have the Infinity Stones, which is altogether the Infinity Stones. And for the first time in 49 episodes, if I'm not mistaken, we have my wife. Yay. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Welcome to the podcast.
A little bit nervous, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
So if we can go one by one and say your name, where you guys are coming from, for all those patients that have never seen you guys before, but probably spoken to you guys before. So we'll start with ladies first.
Jessica Carranza, and I am here all the way from southern Indiana.
Hi, I'm Lucely. I'm coming all the way from Cancun, Mexico.
My name is Aida, and I'm coming from Yuma, Arizona.
Do I have to do me too?
Yes.
My name's Frank, and I'm Batman. I'm just-
My name's Luis Olivas, and I'm here from Camargo, Chihuahua.
My name is Ernesto Carranza, and I'm from Southern Indiana.
So what I want to do here today, guys, is I want to talk about what you guys bring to the table. So many patients that actually come in and been treated by you. We have patients, as you guys know, from different agencies, from different parts of the world, word of mouth. But a lot of our patients go through you guys. And we want to know exactly what is it like? What is the positives? What does my Infinity Stones bring to the table? So now we'll start with the gentleman.
I'll start since I'm on this side. I think what makes us so unique is that obviously we only represent Supreme Dental, and that our approach is a very tailored, customized approach to you when you reach out to any one of us, for your dental journey. We're all very attentive. We pay attention to the detail. We know our product. We work only for Supreme, and even though we are remote, the quality of care and service that we provide for you doesn't dwindle down. So, as everyone knows, Los Algodones is a huge place for, dental options. But I would go as far to say as, reputable clinics in Los Algodones, the numbers are small, and we're blessed that we get to work for the best one, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I think with me, it's easy to build trust with patients, especially when I start to talk to them about knowing of Supreme for 5 years, being a patient of Supreme, having my full mouth restoration completed for 3 years. I think often I'm able to relate to those patients, and I think it's very easy to gain their trust, and then follow through with it and end up with a good, beautiful smile.
Well, you know the product because you have the product.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And over there?
Oh, okay. Well, what I think makes us unique also is that we just love Supreme. For us, we breathe Supreme. Everything is Supreme. So when you have experienced it like we have, it's easy to share all that to our patients. Anyone who wants to change their life, they know where to go to. And especially because we are 100% transparent, we are honest, and we have a very efficient connection with the team actually at the desk. So whatever you need, whatever you are interested in knowing or learning, actually we have the podcast here, so everybody gets the information they need in order to feel reassured. So when they make that decision, it's something that they're really comfortable with. And what I do is I do it on Instagram and Facebook, and actually call the patients afterwards. So that makes it a very special connection, knowing what happened after you have gotten your Supreme Smile. So I'm blessed to do that every day.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the other aspect of it is that the experience that you get with us is that we know that the person on the other end of the phone is human and has lots of questions and concerns, and we don't take that for granted. Your peace of mind and comfort is so important to us. And so, information, maybe over information, anything, it's all laid out. It's all laid out for you. And that's one of the biggest things that I think that I really like to make sure happens when I'm having that connection with the patient.
Welcome to Dental Facts. The average woman is more likely than the average man to develop periodontal disease. You heard it first at Supreme Dental Podcast. Floss, brush, and keep smiling.
Hello.
Hello.
So it's been 49 episodes for you actually to be here, and you decided to be here because of the Infinity Stones that they were here also.
Yes.
The Supreme Infinity Stones. So why them? Why did we pick them? Mostly you. Why did you pick them to be part of the Supreme family, to represent us in front of so many patients and give patients back a reason to smile again?
Well, I'm going to start with Jessica. She was visiting our house, and I don't know, maybe like for an hour, she was talking about some oils. She was so passionate about it.
My witch oils.
Yes.
Essential oils? Was it essential oils?
Essential oils.
Essential oils. So by the end of the day, I wanted to buy those oils.
Did we buy them?
No.
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 Boom.
Well, she left to Indiana. So I was like, I was working with Black Clinic, and it was a lot of work. So I talked to my husband. I said, you know what, Jessica will be great for this job. And she is.
Thank you. Well, the you know what, and it wasn't even about like I wanted you to buy it from me. It's just
Right.
that you showed me what you had.
Yeah.
And I looked and I was like, oh man, these are not safe. I mean, I think there's a safer option for you.
Oils are not safe? Oh my
Well, there's
gosh.
some that have fillers.
Yes, there's some
that are
toxic
not-
We've been
yeah.
living under a rock.
Yeah.
Like, the ones that you need to look for, that I just went down the list of what to look for and
Right.
everything, because when I know that something is good or something that's better for somebody or whatever, like that's my thing. Like I'm like, I want to inform you because
Right.
because
Do you still sell those oils?
I still use them.
Okay. I was gonna say like I need some.
Okay. I'll hook you up.
So okay, Lucely. I know you since what? I
Wow.
don't
A
know.
really long time
Long
ago.
time.
Yeah.
I met you through another agency, which I was working with too. And I remember you sent me a message, I think, and you told me I'm leaving this company. And I sent you a text back, you'll hear about me
Uh-huh.
one day.
One day.
Yes. And that day came.
It did.
I sent you a
A
text.
year later,
A year
Yeah,
later.
a year later.
she went to retirement.
Yes, for a year. And I said, Lucely, we need your help.
She was swimming with the dolphins and
Yes. Oh, yeah.
meditating about.
Yeah, I think work was the last thing on her mind, right, for that
Sí.
full year.
Enjoying the
Yes.
sunset. No, but absolutely. When that call came, I thought,
You were ready.
Why did you pick Why did you pick Lucelli?
It was her heart, actually. We needed that for aftercare, customer service. I don't know. She was perfect for this job. Let's say that. I don't know,
Okay.
it's her heart.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, she's super happy all the time.
Yes.
She's like, "Hey Frank, how you doing? Hola corazón. The world is
I love
burning,
that,
but
yeah.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
We just got hit by a bomb, but it wasn't that bad of a bomb. I'm still alive. I don't feel any limbs, but hey, I'm still not standing, but I'm laying in the sand. But
I know.
It's super
I've told
positive.
you before, I don't deserve Lucille. She's so sweet.
Her cup is half
Yeah.
full.
Oh.
I normally remember you saying that about me, but I don't remember about that.
Wow.
But that's a different podcast. And let's talk about Ernesto, because you brought Ernesto into the team also.
Because he's your friend.
Oh,
Just kidding. No.
Because he's married to Jessica.
No,
He's kind of like a combo deal.
in reality, I mean, Ernesto, he's really loyal. He's loyal. He's hard worker. And yes, he's your friend. That's how I know Ernesto. But I know that you were going to push him, So I know he was going to do great. And he's doing absolutely the best job.
Yeah, out of everybody, I'm probably the
Yes.
hardest on Ernesto.
Yes.
Because he is a retired vet.
Yeah.
And because we did know each other for many years before. He knew the business before he was part of the business.
Yeah.
And we could talk to each other like that, I guess.
But now you tell me, why did you pick Luis?
See, Luis, he was also working with a different agency, and he was extremely well. We never had any problems with patients from Luis. They were always well informed. And then there came a day when he wasn't going to be part of the company anymore. And I really wanted him to stay with that company because I knew what he brought to that company. And I knew, I just really did. I made a couple messages, made a couple phone calls, try to show his value. But for other things, I guess he decided to no longer be part of that journey. And then, after that, obviously we've been talking for a very long time, and he went to that was a really difficult part of his life. You went through surgeries and different things of that nature. And I think that got us even closer because we were always connected. So when the time came and we kind of talked and we seen other places that were trying to just jump at him. And I know that deep inside, we wanted him to be part of Supreme, and I know deep inside he wanted to be part of Supreme. So, if he was no longer somewhere else, then we decided to say, hey, let's do it. And he became part of the family too. He's the newest member of Supreme.
He's the baby.
He's the baby.
Yeah. I appreciate it, you guys, for sure. It's been a blessing all around. Numerous ways, numerous things. Starting from my smile. I mean, it's been life-changing. And everything else that's come with it, for sure. I wouldn't have it any other way. Don't want to work for anybody else. I'm blessed to be here, for sure.
So what is there to expect from the Infinity Stones? Because obviously your guys' customer care is insane. And you guys have just finished for the 4th day of a master class. You guys have had, I can say, the best of the best, the crema de la creme. And they've been really teaching you guys basics and behind the scenes and even little secrets here and there to be able to be the best versions of yourself for the patients. Because I don't know if you guys have heard, and I've said it before, and I think it's a big deal. Me and George were talking about it. That here in Los Algodones, I know it comes as a surprise, but some people lie.
No.
And I know. Some people happen to lie and they will tell you, oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, yes, it works. Yes, it works. It's the best. Why is it the best, though? Because it's the best. What? Why is it the best? And now you guys know why it's the best. You guys now know why the liquid around the implant in the Strawman, attracts white cells that makes it integrate better in your bone.
Yeah.
You ask somebody else that's not, you could even ask an implantologist probably that.
He might not know.
Yeah, most of them haven't even put on Strawman, to tell you the truth. We've had dentists here that joined their team that when it was time for them to put a Strawman on, they were taking pictures and they were like, oh my God, I get to actually put on the Strawman.
I'll cry.
Wow.
Or you might hear an opinion of what they feel, about a certain implant, but not really have knowledge of that implant.
Correct. So there's difference in opinions and in facts. There's a big difference. In the medical field, when it's a restaurant, I don't care about opinions. In the medical field, I kind of want facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like, well, you know what? I think you're going to be fine. No. I want to know I'm going to be fine. And I want to know what can happen if things go wrong. And I want to know, it's a medical procedure. So I want to know everything that there is. And that's where you guys come and play, because you guys let everybody know what to expect. Obviously, you guys are not dentists, and obviously you guys don't. I'm still working on that, but I don't know if I can clone you guys to go through the phone so you could examine the patient there, because that doesn't happen, So
Right.
you guys send the x-rays in, the whole team looks at them, and we give the closest thing possible to what we see. But we don't know until they actually come in, and we actually get to move the tooth also and take different type of, we have the CAT scan, the Carestream 9600, take the digital x-rays, take all that good stuff to be able to determine what's best for the patient. But what's next? What's next for the Infinity Stones? Like, what is going to push you guys to the next level? What do you guys go back? Right now is day 4 of you guys were all flown in. You guys are all wearing Supreme gear. And even George, he's wearing the hat right now, and he's falling asleep. and so what do you guys take back from this masterclass? Tomorrow I think there's one last masterclass. And I think it's with me. Mm-hmm. So that would be the final day of the masterclass. You guys have had anywhere from root canals to implants to
Fillers and crowns.
cosmetic to basic but more in detail. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys do? What do you guys go back Infinity Stones 2.0, or do you guys think it was worth it? Do you guys think you guys learned? What are they to expect from you guys?
Well, I think we all have a good understanding that when it comes to dental tourism, whether it's in Mexico or anywhere, right, your U.S. patient needs to have like a paradigm shift of how it works, have an understanding of it all. And so now we can all go back with that extra detailed knowledge of how things work, why they work and whatnot, because when they come here with that information and they see the dentist telling them the same thing and they start to connect the dots, it puts them super at ease. So, I'd like to put up any one of us against any patient coordinator here, anywhere, and say, hey, look, this is what you're getting with us. And then what we say is super in alignment with what happens at the clinic, because we all set the right expectations of, look, at the end of the day, an on-site clinical consultation accompanied by x-rays and scans with our dentist and only our dentist will determine your treatment plan. So I'm excited. I've learned a lot. I went from only knowing about brushing my teeth to being able to educate patients on, all on 4 treatments.
Yeah, and first of all, the doctors were just extremely gracious to give their time, invest their time in us, because the knowledge that they gave us is priceless. It really is priceless. And I know that not every medical professional is going to take some time to sit there and give us the amount of attention that they did. So thank you to all of them, first of all. But definitely the confidence of being able to answer those questions that sometimes are the line between, yes, we're coming in, or, you know what, I don't feel comfortable enough because my questions and concerns were not addressed. We're not just saying, I can say Supreme's the best all day long, but why? Why?
Exactly.
Right.
Why?
Facts.
Facts, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think on a personal level, I'll be going home and digesting my notes, some of the recordings that I have,
You
Bru-
recorded a lot.
Brushing up on what I didn't know, like today's class with root canals. Someone might think of root canals as something simple, something that has no importance, but like the doctor said, it's the last step you can take for saving a tooth. Past that, it's gone. It's an extraction. There's no saving it. And so, yeah, it's been a blessing to be here. A lot has been learned, and I think it'll be tools that we'll be able to use to further be able to explain things to the patients.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
At least for me, I could hear a lot of these clicks tick, 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 because now everything made sense. Because you ask the team, and they are gracious enough to also explain, for example, with via WhatsApp or over the phone or whatever. But then having the specialist come here, spend time, and because we all had a lot of questions, so now at least I will feel more comfortable picking up the phone and telling someone, okay, you probably feel like this because you had this procedure and doctor explained this and that. And now I really feel like I have a better understanding of what patients go through after they have gotten their smile. But again, also when they are making the decision to come, now we all have the same level of knowledge. And then it's again the same thing. Either one of us can bring the same supreme experience for all our patients. So we're lucky. We're very blessed.
So obviously now all of our Infinity Stones are here, and we've been hanging out with them. And obviously we already knew them. We've been to different parts. We've been to Cancun.
Yes.
We've been to
Fun.
Indiana. We haven't gone to Chihuahua yet, but
Whenever you'd like, you guys have a place there for sure.
maybe when you move to Cancun, we'll visit you too.
Yeah.
Ándale.
And we're actually very, very happy to have them here. And how do you feel? How do you feel about everything? How do you feel about why did you wait till the 49th episode to be here, and why with the Infinity Stones?
I mean, I know this day was gonna come, and what better than have everybody hear the Infinity Stones? I mean, they took their time away from their kids, their family, at the beach.
Ernesto's having a blast. He's like, I don't want to go back home.
So, for me, this is the perfect time. I mean,
May I add something?
Yes, sir.
What I love about coming down to visit the clinic is it's always a great reminder of how hard everyone works, from Aida and Frank, because I've mentioned this before. They don't sleep. If they do, it's upside down because it's go, go, go. Last night, we didn't get home until 11:30 from a dinner meeting in Raspados. And I was up at 5:30 doing emails, got a phone call at 6:30. Jess was up, hitting the phone and the emails. But I love it because I told you guys last night, I'm like, every time I come down, there's not one person who is like walking around with a long face. They look depressed. I mean, they're just go, 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 go. You hear the stories about how the dentist and the assistant stay super late. Frank, I don't think ever goes to sleep. But, he does challenge us. He challenges me a lot. Help me. But you know what? It's changed. It's made me think, right? Like, hey, we don't lose, we learn. And so now I'm walking away with a lot more situations thinking like, hey, what could I have done better? What did I learn? Before he went to Dubai, he tasked me and Georgie Boy with putting up a podcast. And I was like, dude, I know nothing about podcasts.
Oh yeah,
how it works.
putting us up on Spotify and an Apple Podcast. Yes,
Yeah.
it was you guys.
Yeah.
And
And
we're left to that task.
you can ask Jessica. There were days I was like, I'm gonna get fired. I don't know what I'm doing. I just, it was hard. And me and George was like, 1 + 1 = 4. And but when the first thing went through on Spotify, I was like on cloud 9. George was happy. Frank couldn't believe it. And then I got Apple going. And but I learned a lot more than I ever thought I would. And so I'm thankful that we work for people who challenge us. And just want us to be the best version of ourselves. And I appreciate that about you guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you.
And a lot of patients have came up to me and said, oh, so-and-so sent me. I know that I know they work really hard. I know they're not here. But you guys get so much credit because it's so much easier to work with patients that know Facts, not opinions. There's no reason why someone should lie to someone to get them in a clinic and then expect us to do magic and save the patient when the estimate has nothing to do with their work. You know, that's not what it's about. It's not like I'm going to throw a Hail Mary and to see who catches it. You know, and our doctors see that, and our doctors have said and came up to you guys and told you guys, thank you for what you guys do. And we thank you for what you guys do. I think that helping people is, it's a great feeling. Ernesto has told me, bro, I help this patient. This patient told me thank you for changing her life, and I'm getting paid. I'm like, well, you don't have to get paid if you don't want. I mean, we can work on that part. But thank you so much, you guys. I mean, from the bottom of our hearts, obviously, my wife, it means a lot for you guys being down here. That's why she's here. And yeah, well, anything else you guys want to add real quick before we leave this podcast right now?
I think for the patients, just right quick, if I could, if you are being told, come to this clinic, the price tag is $15,000 and you're not going to pay a penny more, be careful about it, because there's a high probability that you're being lied to, Nothing's set in stone. You want to come down, you want to be consulted, and you want to hear what the findings are. And then based on that, be told this is what you need.
And not always is it more. Sometimes it's less.
Absolutely. Right. There's been plenty of cases where they come down for an all-on-4 and turns out their teeth are salvageable, and they get a couple root canals, crowns, and the price tag's $9,000 instead of $17,000, $14,000.
We need to work on that.
No, but I think you lose money in that scenario, but you gain a patient for life.
Yep.
Someone that's going to go back home and say they didn't take me for my money and they saved my teeth.
Yeah, I mean, we understand, you guys have been doing this for 16 plus years, that when people come down, they're going to shop around, and we encourage to say, hey, great, that make a well-informed decision. These are some questions you should ask, because I can guarantee you that anything we have, we're going to be able to speak to and provide you with those facts. And so, hopefully you make the right decision, you go with your gut. But, I'd like to feel that all of us have everyone's best interest in mind. Compliment to Luis. I was telling Frank about a month ago, I ran the website for the clinic, and I'm able to listen to phone calls, and some lady had called you, a patient, and she was younger. She was just destroyed. She was crying on the phone, and she just couldn't get it out. I mean, just the anxiety it put her through, the depression. And, Luis is a very soft-spoken guy, and they just connected so well. I told Frank, I'm like, dude, he's got his soft tone, his knowledge of having the product really helped connect with that patient. And it was all sincere. It was legit. You can't script any of this,
Absolutely.
Shout out to our patient, Fatima Fernandez.
Hey.
Now we're dropping names. Whoa. Well, guys, thank you so much. And we're going to wrap it up for right now. And there will be another podcast with you guys, because we like you guys being down here. So this has been Supreme Dental Podcast Studio, powered by Supreme Dental. Keep on smiling.
Thank you.